Hey guys, it's Jonathan here with the Sim Racer's Guide to the 2018 Steam Summer Sale. So I got 4 sims here to talk about their price and other characteristics here. Let's talk about Assetto Corsa first. The price with the DLC and without the DLC are both bargains. If you don't have Assetto Corsa, yeah, great price, obviously. If you do have the Assetto Corsa and you're looking at the DLCs, you want to pick up an individual DLC, one that you might have missed out on, or you want to try and go as cheap as possible, yeah, this is going to be a great sale because all the DLCs are extremely cheap as well. Now, the reasons why they're so damn cheap is because Assetto Corsa Competizione is coming out soon. Now, I'm obviously not Italian, but yeah, that's kind of what it's called. So, there are a lot of features that are missing in Assetto Corsa, such as like night racing and rain. That's going to be in Assetto Corsa's new game, basically Assetto Corsa 2. Now, the amount of content here in Assetto Corsa is just absurd. So you got licensed Ferrari Formula 1 cars. Here are the ones from 2014. I'm driving the one from 2017. There's also ones from 13 and 2015, 14, I believe. So lots of content here. Lots of street cars, lots of different eras of Formula 1. You got the Ferrari 312T as well, and a classic Maserati. GT3s, you got all sorts of LMP1s, like the Audi 2014, R18, and then the Porsche 919 LMP1s. You got the Porsche 919, like the stock car as well. So yeah, you really can't go wrong with the amount of content. The tracks are laser scanned. The only problem is the racing. It's not going to bring you back. You can see the AI, they're still struggling, and that's huge because I find the racing is the one thing that brings me back, and it's just not that great. But the laser scan tracks are. Here's the Nordschleife, it's laser scan, which is a must at this point in time. I mean, there's just nothing quite the same as a laser scan Nordschleife, and here it is in Assetto Corsa. It's in one of the dream packs, the first one. You see the AI is struggling around here as well, but nonetheless, I mean, you're going to find a lot of public lobbies here. Lots of public lobbies, and you're always going to be entertained by these graphics. The main thing about the graphics here, they look amazing, and then the performance is highly optimized. So all of these graphics you're going to see are pretty much as good as they'll be on my system. With my system, I can run Assetto Corsa on something in Ultra, lots of settings on a high, and a couple of settings on medium, and I can get 100 frames per second steady. So yeah, you really, again, can't go wrong with Assetto Corsa. Lots of content. It looks great, runs great, very cheap price. I would highly recommend this. The only thing is the new game's coming out soon, and you're going to be kind of stuck with just public online lobbies. Lots of track days at the Nordschleife. That's the only problem with this sim. Other than that, yeah, if you have all the DLC, once you open up that menu, look at all the DLC, you're going to be, oh my goodness, what am I going to do first? Kid in a candy store. So let's talk about a different sim. This one is not going to be as pretty. Neither is the price as cheap, but I think it's actually a better deal than Assetto Corsa if this is what you're into. rFactor 2, the price, the DLC, all 50% off here. So why should you pick up rFactor 2? Well, if you like league racing, you need to pick this up. If you like offline racing, you should probably pick this up as well. If you like this Porsche 911 GTE car in the endurance pack, you better pick it up. So long story short, the graphics aren't as pretty, the performance isn't as good, but you have dynamic tracks, you have an amazing tire model that this endurance pack introduced. You really can't go wrong here with this one, just because, I mean, Assetto Corsa, that new game's coming out, it's going to make Assetto Corsa kind of obsolete, not as popular as the new game will be. And rFactor 2 here, I mean, they're still going to be updating it. They're still going to be breathing air into this sim, trying to pump more life into it, more DLCs, more updates. Yeah, this sim's going to be going on for a little while longer. Everything's half off right now. So you got the GT3 pack, the Formula E pack, and then again the endurance pack. Personally, I'm not going to be getting the Formula E pack anytime soon, but the GT3 pack and the endurance pack are both pretty good. All in all, like I said, this is going to be the best experience. This is the best Porsche 911 GTE across sim racing you'll find. If you want some more details on the endurance pack, you can find the video that I made. It's linked in the description down below. Check it out. It's worth watching and of course buying right after you watch it, because why not? Anyways, if you're into the league racing, Virtual Endurance Championship and Formula Sim Racing are going to be the best leagues you'll find. You're going to find some great mods as well, like this one. And of course, I find a lot more Australian leagues for rFactor 2 than I do like anywhere else. So if you're in Australia looking for some place to race, rFactor 2, it'll get the job done on track and online. That's just, it's, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, you can only shill for rFactor 2 for so long. So anyways, let's move on to another sim, Project Cars 2. And there you go, the price for the standard and the deluxe. They're both heavily discounted, but still very expensive. So you see all the content here. This is without DLC. I don't have any DLC for it. If you buy the deluxe version, you're going to get all the DLC that there is. So I mean, it's worth considering, I guess, if you want to purchase Project Cars 2, but yeah, that's a pretty hefty price when you compare it to the other sims. And when you compare the content, the quality of the content, the sim itself, I mean, there's so many things to do here. It really is incredible. But on track, it's not quite as gorgeous, it's not quite as optimized, the AI just isn't that great. There's going to be some league racing you can do, there's going to be a career mode that you can do, but the AI, it's not as great. I don't know, I just don't find this to be the best option. I find it to be like Assetto Corsa, but worse in every possible way. See, some of the content here, like the LMP ones, are outdated. They're not as appealing. A lot of the cars here are just not that appealing to me, but there's still a lot to do. So there's that. A lot of tracks as well, some of them unlicensed, some of them outdated and inaccurate and just kind of ugly. Here you see Lamar driving it in the Porsche 911 GT3 car. So you got, like I said, Lamar, kind of. So a lot of inaccuracies here. I mean, the layout itself is fine. You can get a look at a few of the corners, not the entire lap, but yeah, a lot of inaccuracies, just small things that you'll find. This is one of the better tracks. But as far as Project Cars 2 goes, I mean, the DLC is not discounted at all if you're buying individual packs. The price, it's kind of overpriced. One thing it's got going for it is the sound's pretty nice, and the physics aren't too bad when you get in the right cars. The physics are pretty decent. So the tire model, you can really feel as the car builds heat into the tires, and that's important, obviously, because if you don't, if you don't have a sim that requires you to put in laps to build up heat in the tire, then yeah, you're missing a pretty vital aspect of sim racing. So you're going to see here in the next clip how the AI can be a little erratic. You're going to find a lot of public lobbies to run in to kind of combat that, but there are public lobbies, so just beware. You see the graphics as well, they're not as pretty, and the optimization is quite shocking. Everything's on like minimum. Like, I was amazed how poorly it was looking and running. I was like, there's no way. It's like I have to be able to turn a few settings down, and there were like one or two more things I could do, and this is like the best performance I can get out of it. So this circuit right here is Sugo. This is one of the unlicensed circuits, sort of. So it's loosely, very loosely based on Okayama. It's set in Japan. The layout is kind of similar. It's a familiar layout, basically. Fewer corners, different like angles, elevations, but you know what it's like supposed to resemble, I guess. This is a very exciting circuit. Like, it's a lot of fun to drive, but yeah, the AI just isn't that great. This is fun, but as far as offline racing, the career mode, it's not going to be as immersive as you would hope. But look at this circuit, man. This is a fun circuit. I wish the other sims had some more circuits like this. And there is, of course, that pesky engineer. Force feedback here isn't too bad either. It's very light and not as detailed. So I guess that's realistic, but something to keep in mind there. Also, the sounds are fairly menacing. Do you hear this BMW, the Z4? Yeah, it's got a roar to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into our last sim that is on sale. This sim, Automobilista. So, Project Cars 2 is kind of like the hipster Assetto Corsa. This right here is the hipster rFactor 2. So, the price here, it's not that appealing in my opinion, for something that is outdated and soon to be obsolete, just like Assetto Corsa. I think Riza 18 should be coming out like sometime this year. hopefully. If it's not, it'll be Reason 19, and who knows, you know, but a lot of obscure content here. So if you're looking for something hipster, this is going to be it. Looking for something different, obviously this is going to be it. You got some drifting on ice in Norway. Yeah, you got some rallycross, you got Formula Dirt, you got stadium trucks you'll see in a second. So you got some V8 supercars, some Formula 1s from all the different eras, so some kind of generic run-of-the-mill cars that everyone's going to enjoy, and then also Brazilian stock cars. Yeah, so if you get the DLC, it's worth it, I suppose, to have the DLC. Like, the DLC is not going to be bad. It's just you're going to be feeling a less detailed experience compared to rFactor 2 or Assetto Corsa, and it doesn't look as good. The only thing is it does run very well as far as performance goes. It's pretty solid, so I suppose you can't go wrong there. But look at that. Yeah, physics are not bad. The physics are not bad. They're just not going to be as detailed. It is a step up from Stock Car Extreme. It's a step down from rFactor 2 as well. But anyways, that's it for my opinions, I guess, on the individual sims. As far as what to buy, I mean, you could really buy any of these sims, and you can't go wrong with them. They're all going to be entertaining. They're all going to be good fun. I think the best price is going to be rFactor 2 if you enjoy endurance racing. You get the full base game, and then you get the endurance pack. It's going to be about $21. That's not too bad. If you get Assetto Corsa with all the DLC, you're going to have lots of content. If you're afraid it's not going to run well on your computer, you can always return things, so just keep that in mind. And more importantly, yeah, do a barrel roll, I guess. I don't know. It's a good way to end this video, I suppose, with my car on the side, the stadium truck. But anyways, that's it for me. I'll see y'all next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed, learn something, whatever. I don't care. Subscribe if you have to. Whatever. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, have a great day.